Hello, welcome aboard this Delta flight. As you'll see on the map, we're departing Salt Lake City. Fabulous, beautiful Salt Lake City. Look at that backdrop. I mean, oh my word, that is a backdrop and a half, isn't it, for an airport? Incredible. We're off to Magic Valley. It's the other side of the massive lake here at Salt Lake City. And flight time up to Magic Valley is in the region of just about 30 minutes, cruising at 28,000 feet. So we'll get ourselves underway. We're expecting a 34 right departure. So let's get ourselves into the aircraft and on our way. Right. Should want to set the fuel up first, so we got the correct fuel on board. Let's see, where do we do that? Here, I'd imagine. So, how much fuel do we need for this trip? Not a lot. 3,200 is all we're going to need. Oops. There we go. And our passenger. Okay. Alright, check this. So, bleed air, APU, check, water on hydraulic power. So APU is, I think, the first thing, obviously. Oops, what we're doing, we want to get going. So battery on, fuel on, APU and APU start. Should hopefully see the APU doing its thing. Yes, we are. That's good news. Check panel, hydraulic panel, SATA-III on. ELT is armed. Where's the ELT? I never remember. It's armed. Yeah, there it is. Check. Windshield heat low. Emergency lights can be armed. APU's online. Check licensing off. Truck set. Check. Well, that's good. Go to the before start page. Passenger signs on. Landing reservation. So you see seatbelt signs on. Altimeter set. Program the FMC. Okay, so we're of course in Salt Lake City, KS LC. Yeah. And we're heading up to KTWF. It's a very short flight, this one. Performance limit page, we're cruising at 28,000 feet. Need to copy the performance data. There we go. So copied that in. Awesome. So we can execute that. Come back to the flight plan. So we are departing. Clear that. Oh, Jesus. Part right was the one I want. So we're departing runway 34 right. And that's going to be via the Seagull 1 departure, transitioning to TWF. execute, and our arrival is going to be ILS 26. Transitioning's pretty much straight in B wide. Derad. Let's have a look. So TW for straight away overhead, B wide overhead. Oh, not even many fucking options here, is there? Come up the other side. Weird. I'm not sure we'll just execute like that, I reckon. That's about all we can do. So we've done the performance page, we know so legs, okay, memory 34 vector, 2 corners. Now there, that is good. Alrighty, okay, let's come back over to number 2. Yep, so set up the FMC. When I come back onto that page, come back to that page. So FMC IRS aligned to nav. Oops, it's going to be down here, isn't it? No, parking brake, my friend. That switch. Radios and nervous take a briefing complete, cleared to start. There's APU on, electronics on, take doors. There's beacon on, fuel pumps on as well. Yeah. Let's put that beacon on then. And fuel pumps, hydraulic pumps also on. Off. Okay, so let's just come back to the aircraft a minute because we need to remove those checklists. How we can push the aircraft back now. Think about starting the engines as well. $28,000 feet, let's get all that set up. Yeah. Stop the pushback. Let's get those brakes on. Set heading, then we can fly direct. speed on. Gear to speed. And so let me do both. Climb. Okay. So engines will start parking brake on off after start. Generators auto. Let's have a look at those generators. Are they on auto? Yes they are. Let's just come back down, make sure we got this set up properly. Electrics checked. Bleed valves auto packs on. Bleed valves auto. Sec fans packs. Air conditioning on. Fabulous. AP can come off, anti-ice can go on. As well, steering can be armed. SATs flaps. Landing lights, nav lights. Taxi lights, passenger signs are on, yaw dampener and the other ones are what we need on now. So, stab trim, yaw dampener all set. All weather radar on, that's set as well. Alrighty, I think we can depart out. Water runway. I say, what a beautiful place to put an airport has. Salt Lake City is incredible. I hope I get to fly here again. Good chance that the leg after Magic Valley will be back to Salt Lake City, because it's a sort of a very regionalised flight. I can't imagine Magic Valley having too much other destinations other than here. And you can see Salt Lake City in the background behind us there. I mean, God, this place is fabulous. There we go. Stunning, stunning location. Looking forward to seeing what Magic Valley will look like. I mean, Magic Valley, I mean, you know, a name like that, I'm expecting good stuff. But it's going to be hard to match the splendour of Salt Lake City, that's for sure. But yeah, who knows? Always nice to explore these smaller regional airports rather than like main. Obviously, Salt Lake City is a main international airport. You fly here from a fair few places all over the world. Magic Valley is more what I was on about. It'd be interesting to see what that is like. As I say, flight time is ridiculously short. I mean, it's no distance at all. I mean, we pretty much just pause the flight after we take off, can't we? It's that short. Okay, let's come over this way now. So the Aerosoft Twin Otter has now joined my fleet. Its inaugural flight will be from the Scilly Isles to Land's End. So that will be coming up soon. Haven't flown the Twin Otter in absolutely ages, so I'll be as rusty as hell with it. Okay, so let's get the aircraft configured for takeoff. Landing lights we want on, those are already on. Strobes we want on. APU, everything else is looking all good. I think we're good to depart out. So let's go toga. Get the hell out of here. Toga. Fuzzer right, gear up. Let's engage at autopilot. Let's go nav actually. We want to go direct to Corsair.
Too low, terrain.
Let's execute that.
Too low, terrain.
Wow, that's amazing. Let's get some of those lights off. I mean, yeah, as you can see, we can pretty much just pause this flight and resume it. So that's probably what we're going to do, because it's such a short journey. I'm going to switch to wing view to enable myself to do that. That is such a stunning departure though, look at it, my god. Okay, and we'll pause here and resume for the next part of the flight.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are now serving sandwiches.
Okay, welcome back. Climbing out rapidly. So we're expecting a runway 26 arrival. So far. As we continue our climb out over this, trying to give you the name of this lake actually. It's that's called the Great Salt Lake, there we go. Brilliant. So our destination is by Twin Falls, or it is basically Twin Falls. Twin Falls, Joslin / Magic Valley. So we're expecting an ILS 26 arrival. Elevation of the airport is 4,000 feet above sea level. So yeah, this is the Salt Lake apparently. One would imagine it's so named because it's salty, but I don't have confirmation of that at the moment. So I want to see what other wing views there are. That. Got that. Got that. That's quite interesting, isn't it? That one. We got that one where the thing's kind of in the way. And we got that one. So back in there. Did we turn all the lights out? I believe we did. Pretty sure we did. Now beacon strobes are on. Fuel arms are on. We need to have a look. So we're climbing out rapidly to 28,000 feet. We'll be descending soon enough as well. We need to change the format to that. What format was it on then? Oh, that's the range, sorry. Format. Oh yeah, that's the one that let me step through it. Brad. So Brad pretty much takes us directly in. So from the Dryad, wherever that is, yeah, we're going to have to sort of improvise a bit here. We haven't really got the best wooden. Let's try and over there. So that is Dryad. Then from Dryad we want Woden. Let's see. Next page. Next page. So what I want to try and do is put Woden in, see if it'll let me. This is probably going to totally screw everything up now. And Woden. Then Idson. And then Sorry. Oh, we've got sorry in there we go. So let's Jesus. Let's delete that out. Yeah. Sorry, Strix. Yeah, let's delete that back to 1 out as well. Let's delete TWF out as well. Let's execute all that. There we go. So that should now give us. Yeah, should have time for that. I never went off that. So if we increase. Then yeah, formats. So then by this track we want to be at 5,900. Sorry, we want to be at say 5,900. See what's on there. Next page, sorry, we're going to be below, so strike going to be 5, strike will be 5881, strike So if we go to VNav setup, descent info, post waypoint, sorry 7000, let's put in STRIK, 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 yeah, there we go. Legs, top of descent is 40 nautical miles away. We are going to have to ease back up that rate. Let's come back to here a minute and we'll go to VNav page, performance, VNav setup, descent info. There we go. That is all tuned in, ready for our arrival into our destination. Anything else I need to be aware of? Yes, we need to tune the ILS, which should be 108.3. 108.3. There we go. Bang. Brilliant. Okay. Yeah, we never armed the reversers on that. Let's get rid of that. Nav that out of it. And you'll see we're just passing the northern tip of the Great Salt Lake as we approach top of descent. Let's see, let's get some visuals from outside. No, showcase 3 camera, 1 camera drone. There we go. You can see it's quite shadow down the end. And we'll be beginning our descent very soon. 3 nautical miles. Descend down and arrive into Twin Falls Magic Valley. So Magic Valley essentially. So it's a very short flight. We're flying. Can have a bit more power in. Slow down a little bit too much. Let's get the landing details set. CVREF is 132 knots at the moment. You can see there's like patches of snow on the higher ground. Not sure what the temperature is in KTWF. Should get a let's see if we can get a META. KTWF. I don't think it's going to give me one at the moment until we get nearer. Even then it may not be either. We'll look it up on we'll start a descent in a minute and then we'll look it up. Here's what we'll do. Beautiful scenery. Are we still in Utah here? Don't know if we've crossed any state boundaries or not. I think Salt Lake is in Utah, isn't it? Oh crap, I've got my phone on charge so I can't look up any data. That's annoying. So yeah, a really short flight. Looking at the scenery, you'd probably want to drive it actually. I mean, it's what? Only just over 200 miles. I suspect the roads may be a little bit Oh no, no, it's a road going straight up there. Interesting. Mind you, with the flight you do get some pretty spectacular views, don't you? Right, let's begin our descent then. Where do we need to descend down to? Our intercept altitude, which is going to be 5,900 feet. And we need a descent rate of 2,200, I believe, at this time. Yeah, about that. We'll start easing the speed back. And it's a beautiful day. The weather is looking glorious, isn't it? The weather is looking very nice indeed. As we begin our descent down into our destination. Got to remember my how I land this thing. So easing off the throttle will lift the nose up naturally as you come into land. So you don't need to flare it too much. So we're about getting speed and power correct. Continue our rate of descent. Got a bit of a headwind. So we drop down through 24,000 feet. Aim to be on the ground in around about 20 minutes time. Which, I guess that's roughly how long it's going to take. I have no idea actually, to be honest. Getting bounced around a bit. Get those seatbelt signs back on. Oh, whoops! I turned the no smoking one off instead of a seatbelt sign. What an idiot! Yeah. Mind. There we go. Encountering quite a bit of turbulence, as you would expect, crossing this pretty mountainous terrain. I'm just pleased the weather's looking nice, so we can enjoy this splendid scenery. If you're wondering why I'm bringing you these extra airline flights, I am off work at the moment. My daughter unfortunately has got the dreaded COVID, but she's doing okay, so hopefully I don't catch it. Rather not. Ease up that rate of descent a little bit. As we drop down through 20,000 feet, oh, that turbulence is giving us a hard time, isn't it? So we're about, what, 14 miles. Let's see if we can get a weather. I don't want the camera, I need the... Where are we flying into? KTWF. It's our KTWF. Oh, it doesn't really want to give me much, does it? Ah, here we go. Magic Valley. So, what are we looking at? 220 at 12 knots. Yeah, okay, cool. Pressure is 3014. Yeah, so... Okay, you're going to have a bit of a crosswind, but nothing that's going to be should be massively problematic. Oh, we've let that speed creep up. So let that speed drop right down now. So we've got the ILS tuned in, which is good. So we get those reversers armed, ready for our arrival. Seatbelt signs, I think we've always had on. Yeah, I'm curious to see what this destination looks like. As I say, I like to fly to unusual destinations you don't see people fly to that often. Obviously Salt Lake City is going to be a popular flight sim destination. But how many people know about this place tucked up here is another question. Yeah, we're getting a real battering flying into it, I know that much. Across these snowy mountains. We can ease that rate of descent back. Oops, other way. That clouds will be tuned. So yeah, we need to slow right down now to 250 knots. Get the relevant lighting on. Slow right down actually. Dropping down through 12,000 feet now. A bit more power in. Too much. Okay, let's get lights on. These are all good. Passenger signs are set. As we come down out of the mountains, we'll vacate to the right upon landing as well. I'm going to slow the plane right down now. Let's take the speed down to about 220 knots.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are
Take it
about
down
to
200
land.
actually.
Please remain seated until we have stopped.
So we need to think about starting to get the flaps out. So we got a 132. Not sure what that noise was. Let's get the plane slowing some more. So you see we just dropped down out of the mountains. Let's get the recording going as well. Before I forget. Power up a bit more now. Too much there. Let's return and we'll hit the approach. Nice big massive circular farm fields. It's quite interesting, isn't it? The way they do that. For high up here it's quite flat. Honestly wasn't expecting that, to be honest. As we turn in, we'll arm the approach mode. Get the speed in. I want to give it some more welly, otherwise we'll find ourselves in trouble very quickly. Not sure why we're climbing, don't want to be climbing. No, 5,900 feet. Let's put more power in. Speed we want set 132. So that speed drop off a bit. We've got eyes on the runway. We've got quite a nose up attitude. higher than I necessarily like. We should hit strict momentarily. Landing gear is deployed. Well, it's surprisingly flat here, actually, I have to say. Although we've got some hills off to the side there, as you can see. I suppose it's called Magic Valley. It doesn't feel much of a valley. I mean, at this altitude, you say it's more on a plateau. It should be called Magic Plateau or something. Monitor the speed carefully now, because it's very easy to get away from us. Let's see if we can bring this down nicely. Speed is good. Wind is straight down our throats. We look a little off centre. We're okay on the speed though. Oh, I didn't set the minimums, did I? Never mind.
1,000.
Bring that speed up a little bit, slow too much. Perhaps a tad slow still.
500.
Depart disengage.
400.
That was too high.
300. 200. 100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
We floated it. We floated that dreadfully. Ah, damn it. Damn it, damn it, damn it. It's always one way or the other, isn't it? Oh well. We're down, that's the main thing. As I say, this plane has very, very fine margins of error. You either slam it into the runway or you float it halfway down. That's what I like about this plane, actually. It's a real challenge to get right. That's what frustrates me about it at the same time as well. It keeps me coming back for more. The Airbus is so easy to land in comparison to this thing, I tell you. So yeah, we'll just taxi along to our gate here now. So welcome to Magic Valley, Twin Falls. It's not quite as scenic as Salt Lake City, is it? It's pleasant enough. Obviously we do have the mountains across to that side. We are, as I say, we are high up here. That's the thing, we're still 4,100 feet up here. But calling it a valley is a little bit a stretch of the imagination, to be honest. Much like a valley to me. So welcome to Magic Plateau. Come to think of it, where are Twin Falls? I'm sure they're here somewhere. But anyway, here we are, folks. We'll just taxi to the gate, run the replay, and then we're done. Welcome to... Oh, we've got a fair old taxi rate on, haven't we? Whoa! Let's set ourselves down there. Okay, where's the... Is this just... I guess big planes don't fly into here a lot, looking at the traffic we got. Excuse me, coming through. Thank you. Let's just park here in everyone's way then, shall we? Don't seem to be any designated airline spaces, so interesting. Anyway, there we go. Let's just stick the brakes on. I won't turn the engine off because I want the replay. What was our touchdown rate in the end? 115, so yeah, I'm not surprised. We floated that out like anything. Let's have a look at the replay then. So here we come. Let's say we've got some mountains in the distance there. Right like that. It shakes when you get into the we came in a little bit too high over the threshold. We left ourselves too high as well. We struggled to get it down, and also went a bit wrong from there really. But yeah, we did flare a little bit too much and went off. Yeah, that was very untidy. And look at that mile off the centre line. That is not a great landing at all. Yeah, we scuffed that one up, didn't we? And let's get a quick look at the wing, because you know we always like a good wing view, don't we? And yeah, that brings us to the end of this flight. Realise your choice of flights. Thank you very much for choosing this one. I wish you a pleasant order browsing journey. Hope to welcome you back on board again in the very near future. So from here in Magic Valley, which looks nothing like a valley, I suppose you could argue the mountains there it is, but anyway. I didn't name this place, don't blame me. Maybe it's Magic Valley because it's invisible. There, haha, you see? I've solved it. Ooh, I tell you what, we did actually well not to slam it into the ground in the end. It's just a shame we went so badly off. If we hadn't gone so badly off the centre line, that would have been a lot better landing, you know. Now we're not going to see the spoilers, unfortunately. Anyway, that's it from me for this flight. We will see you on another flight to another, hopefully, more appropriately named place. And I'm trying to think which flight I'm going to do next, actually. Wait and see. Anyway, until next time, folks, farewell for now.